Hey everyone, I thought I should post another story about the past life regressions I've been doing. It was my intention to do one every week when I started, but I've been so busy. I've done nearly 50 now, so I thought I'd stop and actually sit down and do this. I know for me, I was just intrigued by past lives. I'm sure there's many of you out there that are as well. So late last year, I had a beautiful little lady came in. She was roughly 24 and wanted to stop punishing herself. And I said, well, why are you punishing yourself? What do you mean? So she said she doesn't have any family. She doesn't get on with her family. She didn't have any friends, and she would sit at home bored and just eat, and then she would purge and put her fingers down her throat. So when we regressed her, we took her back in time, and she went back to some time in Europe. I don't know when, and she didn't know when, but it was a very, very long time ago. She married a man who took her away from her family and friends, and then he started verbally and physically abusing her. She had to work in his bakery, and she was so sad and lonely and bored that she would eat. And the more that she ate, the bigger she got, and the more he would beat her, telling her she wasn't as pretty as the other girls. Until finally, one day he came in and was giving her a hiding, and he had her by the throat, punched her in the head. She went down the ground, hit her head, but she wasn't dead, so he burnt the bakery down. So when we go to the afterlife and start the healing, for want of a better word, and that part of the process actually takes just as long as what we do with the regression and finding out what happened. I asked her, the first thing I said was, what did you learn about this life? And she said that life is about punishment. I should be punished every day. I said, what else did you learn? She said, never ever trust anyone who tells me that they love me. So in this lifetime, that's why she struggled with all her family and friends that said they loved and cared for her and wanted to help her. She just didn't trust them. So when we did the healing, it was an extraordinary experience. There were a lot of tears. And she seemed to understand and make some really clear and concise decisions and set out a daily plan. And on Christmas Day, I received the most beautiful message from her, thanking me so much for helping her. She said, I'm finally free. She could actually sit and eat a beautiful meal without purging, and she could sit with the people that she loved. So if you've got something that you're stuck on, or you know someone who's stuck on something and they just can't get past it, they just can't make sense of it, might be worth a shot. Feel free to give me a call. Aho.